Welcome back into Wake Up America. Good morning to you. Accused Idaho murderer Bryan Kohberger appeared in an Idaho courtroom for 30 minutes yesterday, but that pretrial hearing in the murder of 4 college students did not go as planned.
Joining us now for more is FBI agent and former Navy SEAL Jonathan Gilliam. Jonathan, thanks for joining us. So the judge was supposed to rule on several motions yesterday, but only focused on one. And he also demanded that the pool cameras stop focusing so much on the defendant. Walk us through what happened yesterday.
Well, I think a couple things occurred. The prosecution, I think this interview that we're talking right now, this conversation is very similar to the one that you just had with your previous 2 guests about the Hunter Biden issue and his trial, is that you have defense attorneys coming in and they're trying to poke holes in what the prosecution is bringing forward for their defense or for their prosecution. And they're also trying to make it look as though they're not being given everything to cast doubt on the court. And I don't think that is actually working out for them, because when they try to go and not quite accuse the prosecution, which includes the FBI, of not giving them everything in discovery, that typically never works well for a defense. And in this case with the judge, he did keep the gag order in place, which I think is important in this case. And then also he wanted to focus the cameras more just on Kohberger and not on the entire courtroom, because I think this judge sees that because of the evidence and the way that it was collected, there could potentially be, and with this defense and the veracity of this case in the media, that there could be a lot of media hype that causes problems with the court case. So I think the judge is trying to eliminate that before that occurs.
Yeah, and Kohberger is, for whatever reason, compelling. So, your eyes are drawn to him in the courtroom there, and people watch at home and they kind of come up with their own opinions about what might have happened. Defense attorneys are requesting all sorts of stuff from the prosecution, including training records for the 3 officers who were involved in the investigation and arrests. We get it. They're trying to build their defense. This is pretty common, but isn't this all sort of just a circus act because they want to build the best case, because the death penalty is on the table in this case? Isn't that why we're seeing all of this?
Right, and they're going to try to prejudice the jury by making claims of that the officers were not trained enough, that there was other DNA found around the house, which is not surprising, a house that was a party house, and it was a cold environment, so they found DNA on a glove, for instance, that didn't belong to Kohberger. We don't know what type of glove that was. If it was a rubber glove or was it a cold weather glove? I mean, these are things that that they're going to try to taint the jury with, or just taint the case, so that they can try to build not a case to keep him to get him out, which is always, what they would like to do to get him found not guilty.
Right.
But most likely they're trying to build a case to take the death penalty off the table, which would be by discrediting a lot of the officers and the information that's coming in.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that DNA, because the defense saying that they found DNA, for other people's DNA in the house, but you mentioned it was a college house. They were known as a party house. In cases like this, I mean, how much of a case do they have? Because they can say, well, there's other DNA.
Well, I think it's where the DNA that was found that was linked to Kohberger was at, and that was on the button of a sheath that fit a knife that they presume was used for the murder. I mean, that's a little bit different than finding a glove outside. So I think the veracity of that particular piece of evidence, along with the cell phone turning off and having been on around that home multiple times before, and the link to the chances of that DNA matching anywhere close to Kohberger it's just astronomical math numbers when you look at it.
Jonathan, just about 15 seconds. So if Kohberger is convicted and gets the death penalty in Idaho, he could get the firing squad. That's a new law there. Do you think could we actually see that?
Could be. I mean, I think the passion is high on this, and if he is found guilty, if Idaho really wants to set a new old standard, that's what they'll do. I mean, the possibility is there in this day and age. You know as well as I do. Anything can occur.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anything can occur.
Jonathan Gilliam, we'll keep in touch. We appreciate the breakdown. Thank you.
You got to thank you. Happy birthday, Allison.
Thank you.